we turn to the stunning information coming to us from 36,000 years ago in a hieroglyphic document called the Emerald Tablets. When they saw somebody coming down in a ship, it was a god, it was a cherub, and it was an angel. And today in our advanced race, anything like that, we would immediately say, this is some kind of alien.
Return to the thought. Yes, return to the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night. All of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe. Yeah, I want to see it all. Yeah, it's return to the thought. Yeah, it's return to the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night. All of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe. Yeah, I want to see it all. Yeah, I came here with the wisdom, a power, a sound, a rhythm. All of these tablets is emerald. I done unraveled the riddle. Different worlds with the dark lords, and we barely see the heaven born. We was thrown up in the brainstorm. Every day it's like a different war. Portals under the meridian, knocking off your equilibrium. Always did it, no beginningness. All the secrets I'm revealing them. Born again and then begin again. Akasha Records get another pen. I done seen a million Genesis. All these worlds I've been going in. Return to the thought. Yeah, it's return to the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night. All of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe. Yeah, I want to see it all. Yeah, it's return to the thought. Yeah, it's return to the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night. All of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe. Yeah, I want to see it all. Infinite wisdom, infinite power, infinite love. I'm going through portals, I'm off in the orbit, I'm going to club. Hey, the fountain of life is poured by the dweller. I gotta keep it together. I'm keeping my eye on the weather. You know I come straight out of movie. Everyone saying it's spooky, but everything looking so groovy. I'm out to make you some booty. Off in the halls of a mini. No, that's not Gucci or Fendi. I'm flying my UFO easy. I'm posted up with the sphinxes. Return to the thought. Yeah, it's return to the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night. All of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe. Yeah, I want to see it all. Yeah, it's return to the thought. Yeah, it's return to the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night. All of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe. Yeah, I want to see it all.
There, Captain Spock, or whatever his name was, Star Trek. Yep, there they are, running around with their spears and their clubs. Now, in the first tablet that we've been studying, the supreme leader who gives the orders is known as the Dweller. And as you can see, he says, gather everybody up. And then they enter this great ship and rise up. And then the next thing, they're over land. Because he says the land is below. So there's 2 points to consider here to me that suggest this ship was a spaceship or UFO. They get into the ship and rise up or lift off. And then they arrive and they see the land beneath them.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your
I guess I was unmuted the whole time, maybe, I don't know. But what's up? Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while. Right now, it's kind of early where I am. It's 10, almost 11 a.m. For some people, it might be dark or later in the afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Of course, on this flat world that we live on, it's not, it's not a ball like they tell us. But let me just mute this real quick. I was gonna play another song, but I'm just gonna start it up because it's been a while and I have a few updates and a few things I wanted to talk about and pictures that I wanted to finish showing from my last stream that I did. while back. Um, but it's good to see everybody here. Got Boston Ray, DN, Jess Palmer, Ryan. What's up, Ryan? Unindoctrinated. Sorry, that name is pretty dope. I like how you put your name actually in there. All right, so yeah, updates. Just been, pretty much working on my health, my back, my physical, mentally as well, but mostly physical. My back has been not doing so well. But every day I'm just, working, trying to get better. So recently, just a few days ago, Thursday, I found a new chiropractor. So I'm starting to go to a new chiropractor now. It takes my insurance, so I don't got to worry about, paying out of pocket, things like that. And I figured, let me try it. Let me give it a shot, because I have to do something. Nothing is working right now. Basically, in March, I stopped going to my first chiropractor, my original chiropractor. I stopped going in March because I ran out of money. I had no money since March. So haven't been there since March. I was getting better, like January, February, March. I've been getting better still compared to, last year and the past 4 years. So stopped going in March, and my pain just pretty much was like it wasn't getting better, and it was getting a little bit worse, but it wasn't getting better at all. Then, I don't know if you guys remember, but I came in April, like the middle of April, my back went out again because I did something. I just basically I threw something with my arm basically, and it just my whole back went out, threw my back out. So I knew right away, I can't. Obviously, I had got mad. That's why I did it. But obviously, I know that I can't do stuff. I can't do much. Activity, physical things, whatever, with my back because it'll go out. Even if like if it feels like one day I wake up and like today, like I feel like a little bit on the good side, but even then, I still got to be careful because I can still throw my back out. But anyway, that happened in April, and it was out for like 2 to 4 weeks. It was out. And that's why, like, I really haven't been streaming that much because of that, mostly. But then it started going down. The pain started going down on its own. Every day I'm just stretching, working out, whatever, doing whatever I can, taking walks, and that's pretty much it. And trying to get the pain down. So did that finally by, we're in June now. It's already June 4th. Damn, it was just the first. But anyway, in May, the pain was going down. So, but I still haven't gone to the chiropractor, right? And so finally, I found this other chiropractor, made the appointment, just went a few days ago on Thursday. And it was okay. It was all right. Pain went down because of that, and because I haven't been to the chiropractor in so long, I needed anything. Like at this point, I needed just anything for my back. So, and they have like they know how to work on the backs, chiropractors. So I told him everything, and he was like, "All right, come on, I'm gonna try to help you out." It's like, "All right, cool." So first I did lay down on this bed, like a table bed, whatever. And inside the bed, underneath it is like a roller, and it just basically, massages your back. Basically, that's all it does. So that, that really helped. Did that for like 10, 20 minutes, got off, and he just started working on my back, stretching it out, whatever, blah, 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 and cracked my back, like normal. And then but I gotta go back next week, and then he has the traction, but it's the manual one. It's not like the one I've been doing was automatic, electric. You know, you just press a button and the machine does everything. But let me play a song real quick.
Portals. DA. Ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Hey, ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Yeah, I'm gone. Ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Yeah, it's return to the thought. Yeah, I've been off of my thoughts. I see you've been cooking, you don't got the formula. No, I won't give you the sauce. All of these records are Kashi. Yeah, I might go in the vault. Yeah, I've been off in the dark. They don't see me like a cop. Yeah, they be speaking in riddles, but ain't got soul in the middle. They don't remember your words, cause they really don't feel you. Off in the Bonnieville, bending corners in the quantum realm. When common credit got them feeling ill. My avatar make 100 mil. Yeah, you know I gotta pay the bills. And you rubber like a Navy SEAL. To the Sharks, I'm a new addition. Yeah, you know I get them Johnny Kills. Sounding like 2090, they cannot see me, let alone they cannot find me. Interdimensional, yeah, I be off in those pyramids every time you see the sightings. Hey, ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Hey, ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Yeah, I'm gone. Ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Got bars like Jadakiss, but yeah, I be rapping like Twister. Don't fit in no box and never be square, you know I'm unmerkable with it. Off in the mission, I'm about to go get it, you know I'll be back in a minute. You know the hustle be vicious, yeah, it played out like a vision. Like it was there the same time the time machine was invented. Being proactive, get the minority report for the opposition. Yeah, I be packing my luggage, yeah, you know I'll be kicking it. Parties in different dimensions, yeah, you know I'm a visitor. Ain't no telling where I might go. Everything's exotic, ain't no telling what I might roll. Everything's a frequency, I'm high, can't go low. All these songs gon' slap, yeah, baby, everything gon' go. Ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Hey, ain't no telling where I might go. All these portals, ain't no telling where I might go. Yeah, I'm gone.
This is crazy. They do not want me to go live, to be honest. Every time I try to go live, something happens. But so anyway, yeah, what's up, Julio Lua? What's up, brother? Yes, yeah, appreciate it. That really helped me out somewhat. I found out, well, if I want to go to my original chiropractor right now, which I was trying to do, I've been trying to do, like I said, but they want $90 to go because they want to. It's more than usual because it's going to be they want a reevaluation, which they do every year or something like that. I think I said that in the last stream, but either way, if I want to go to my normal chiropractor, my original one that I've been seeing that's been helping me, I would have to pay $90, and I don't even have that. So that's why, like I said, I found a new chiropractor that I just started going to, and I'm gonna see if this helps because, you know, it's something, and my insurance covers it, and we'll see. Let's see what happens. they, like I said, they have the traction table that I've been doing at the other chiropractor, but it's a manual one. It's not electric. You know, it's like an old school, old fashioned, you know, turn by hand type of traction machine table, whatever. So I'm gonna do that hopefully next week, and hopefully my back will get even better and the pain will go down more. So because it's been killing me a lot. So let's get into this now. Hold on, let me see if I have another announcement. Yeah, so by the way, yeah, this is like I said, this is gonna, like, I've been doing these shows for free anyway. Like all these shows I do is for free. I just try to, be careful because I have got strikes already. I almost got my channel taken down already. And I just started my channel. I don't even have any I don't even have that many subscribers. So it's like they already trying to get me from the beginning. So that's why I did all this other stuff, Patreon, BitChute, Odyssey, all these other things, which I'm working on. I'm just, taking my time right now. Like I said, I've been taking time off, of doing streams and stuff because I'm working on myself a lot right now. So, and it's been hard, where I live and everything. So, but hopefully I'll be able to do more. Like I said, they're gonna be for free. I'm just gonna have to censor myself and or upload to other platforms. That way, exactly for the algorithms, exactly. AI, which I'm gonna talk about later soon, like maybe not in this stream, but in another stream. Because I was gonna either do like read some Bible scriptures today or finish off with the pictures that I was showing from the last stream. I think I'm gonna finish showing the pictures off because I just been trying to get them off for a while now, like past couple of weeks, and I still have more that I wanted to show. And the Bible, today is Sunday, but I could always come back next week or during the week, whatever, and do some Bible scriptures, verses, whatever. Also, another thing too, I forgot. When I started off too, I was doing the horoscopes, like astrology and things like that. I'm gonna try and get back into that too. I completely forgot about that, and like I said, I said this before. I think that's like one of the most important things, about this whole reality realm thing that we're in. And like I said, I'm just trying to get back to, I just want to speak, give the truth out, like everything that I see, everything that I find. I just want to, let me see, I have a note here. Show fix. I have some video. Oh yeah, I have some videos too that I wanted to show. So there's a lot that I want to do. Is just, like I said, I've been taking time off because I need to work on my back mostly. And like I said, I went to the chiropractor last week, and I've been feeling a little bit better since then. Since March, because like I said, I haven't been back since March. I think that was it. Let me show this picture. It's actually the thumbnail. If you look at the thumbnail, well, that's gonna be the first thing I show. Let me pull it up. Share screen. All right, let me zoom out. All right, so check this out. This is I guess like the newspaper, magazine, article, whatever, from September 17th, 1884. All right. This is Puck. I guess it was like a popular thing back then, magazine or newspaper, article section, published by Kepler, Schwarzman, New York, of course. This was registered, trademark 1876 or 8. Office on Warren Street. I think I checked this. I think it's since been gone, like the building or whatever that was there. But check this out. This is, well, actually, no, let me go up. It says, what fool these mortals be? Now, to me, like, that's just a straight shot to us. Like, they're just straight up, not even hiding it at this point. This looks like a, like a Cupid, whatever, holding the staff or whatever this thing is called. The Cupid's arrow, right? Remember that? All right, now if you go down, I'll go down here. Got the two guys, one the clown, fat clown. Notice he has that's either a flat earth asterisk or could be representing the sun, not really sure. Or it could be both, whatever, but that's definitely what it's representing. He's on the left side, right? The clown. On the right side, look at what they're showing here. Another man, I guess he's like I don't know why he's wearing a dress, but I guess that's what they did in Europe back in those days. But says Miss Lockwood. I don't know if that's a girl or guy, but either way, this might be. I don't know if this is like representing the people or representing like the politicians and the controllers and things like that. Because you see his hand is like the witch, like a W, and then this is like showing like as like a hologram type of thing, like see, it says, now let the show go on. Arrival of the political Columbine to join the political clown. So that's the political clown, and then arrival of the political Columbine. So I don't know. I have to research that more, but I'm pretty sure this is like just a shot to us, regular people. And he has like these links. I have to look up the let me see if I can find this picture again. Get the description, the actual description of it. Yeah, they've been doing this for a while, man, like a long time. See, like I said, this is 1884, right? Now, the country started supposedly, technically, they said 1776, right? So that's like almost 100 years before. 100 years. So they had 100 years to do whatever, who knows? I mean, I think there was like my opinion, like just speculation, I guess, but there was definitely like some type of reset, but it wasn't like I mean, everything could have like died away, but I don't know, there was just some kind of reset, and maybe people just forgot, maybe people just forgot, and then things reset that way. And now as we're waking up more, we're seeing all this stuff that from the previous, because if you look at the pyramids, things like that, the Egyptian stuff, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but it was obviously a long time ago compared to today. And how did they do all that, right? They knew like everything that we know today, like they had all the technology, but it was just a different time. And apparently, like if they get too technically advanced, like if any civilization gets too technically advanced, they could wipe themselves out. But because if you look at like all the other pyramids in South America, even like in China, they said, or Asia, India has those pyramids, things like that. So they were all connected, and they all had the knowledge back then and technology. But then you see today, like they tell us today that, oh no, they were primitive and they didn't know anything. But then yet, how did they build these huge giant structures back then? Like, come on. Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing. We're trying to decipher it now, figure it out. But I mean, the scientists though they have figured a lot out already for us, and then but then they don't want to tell us a lot of stuff, right? So now we got to figure this shit out ourselves. And I mean, it's crazy because then you also have. I was thinking about this the other day, yesterday, because with the Mandela effect, it's been, it's still going, still escalating. I'm seeing more and more changes, like almost, every week, if not every day. And it's like, what the hell is going on? But I mean, a lot of it, like I'm seeing a lot of like connections and things like that, piecing things together. I can't just, explain it all in one stream, but let me, all right, that was that. Let me go to the next one now. So this one was the most interesting one that caught me. That's why I figured let me show it first. Actually, that's where I left off too on the last stream, and I put it as the thumbnail. So next one. All right, this one was pretty good. See, it's another example of how they been playing us for a long time now. So for us to say that nothing is going on, nothing is happening, that's just like straight up ignorance and what's the word? Gatekeeping. Gatekeeping, yeah. Straight up gatekeeping. So check this out. This is Barnum and Bailey. Obviously, this was a famous thing, greatest show on earth. Almost everybody knows about this. I think they're still doing shows today, if I'm not mistaken. But just a little, I guess it's kind of funny, but also weird. At the same time, you got the, like he's riding a pig. All right, not too bad. A dog is riding his horse. This clown is on top of this freaking bull backwards. And that's pretty much it. Elephant in the room. Is there an elephant in the room? Yeah. Right there. This dog is dressed up talking to this lady. And that's pretty much it. It says map something, merrymakers. It says in a hodgepodge of queer antics. See, that's the thing. They've been trying to push this weird, agenda, this obviously the gay agenda. What else? Just on all these agendas, they've been doing that for years now. Look, I mean, they're telling you right here. I mean, and then they dress it up as comedian, yeah, comedy, okay, fine. I guess, comedy is pretty, it's good, it's funny, okay, fine. But it's not to be like making fun of other people, things, like I just don't think that's right. And obviously it's showing it right here. So that's pretty much that. Clown world is all I can say about that. The Grand Canyon has so much stuff in there. They say as long as your eyes closed. I want to visit the Grand Canyon one day. My father was there a couple of years ago, and I didn't know until after, but I was like, damn, why you didn't take me? But one day I'll try to make it out there. Because I wanted to study it for a few reasons. Like there was something, I forgot exactly what it was that I heard. But also I was watching the video today or yesterday, this morning, I think. And maybe I'll play it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because he was saying how, like, if you look at like most cities, like almost all cities today, but he was specifically talking about Chicago, how by the 1800s, mid 1800s, everything was built out, like the streets were lined up already. Buildings were there, houses, bridges, you name it. All that stuff was, carved out and mapped, like, really good in the mid 1800s. But yet, only like 100 years before that or less, even in the mid 1800s, all they had was horses. So it's like, how did they do all that? So like they learned all that in 100 years or less. So I mean, that was just like something that caught my ear. But let me see. I want to try and play that video because I just don't want to get in trouble. That's why I'm thinking, like, I don't know if I should play it, but maybe I'll just play that one part. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, they've turned everything upside down, made everything good, bad, and everything bad, good. Not everything, but they're trying to slowly, little by little. If you know about the eugenics program, that's another big thing that's been trying to turn people, away from nature. Big thing is the cities. I was thinking about this too, like, because a lot of people, like, I grew up in the city. A lot of people grew up in the city, okay, but it's like it's so much different than the other parts of the world or country, state, whatever, that don't have any, the BS, like propaganda, the news, all this, the fighting. It's just crazy, and it's set up that way. It's just set up that way, and it's like, and they want, and I heard this the other day too. They want everybody in the city. They don't want you to leave the city and go out and live on the regular land, farm, whatever. They don't want that. So just crazy how they set it up.
Grammarly Go.
I'm just trying to find this video real quick, and so I'm kind of slow right now. Hold on. See if I can find this. Yeah, because this is 20 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'm going to play this one part right here.
So much more to this story.
Here it is.
Exploring. They were lost.
Yeah, I'm just going to play it. Why not? Oh, you grew up in Arizona? I believe you have to have a boat to get to him. Oh, they have like pyramids or just buildings in the canyon. Cause I know like some parts obviously you can go, like they let you walk and whatever, and some places you might be able to like just hike out, but I'm sure there's probably other places almost like Area 51 where you just can't go at all in the canyon. Is that right? Biden's promise in 2022 to crack down on misinformation. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I heard that Biden did something the other day, passed something the other day, and he also wanted to do another like crackdown or something. I forget what it was, just the other day. But I don't even, to be honest, I don't even watch the news anymore. Like, I mean, I really don't. I don't watch the news at all. I don't look at it. I don't, like, once in a while I'll check to see if there's anything or if something might just pop out like that I just can't not see. Like, it's just like everybody's talking about it, or it's just like on every station, every channel. It's like, all right, what is this about? And it's like, nah, I'm trying to get away from a lot. Like, I've been trying to help and tell people about this for years now. Like, I've been telling them, and it's like the first, like, one of the first responses I would get is like, oh no, that's not true, that's crazy, and or what can we do about it, or what are you gonna do about it, And that's why I thought, I'm like, oh, hold up. What I'll do is I'll try to tell everybody, as much people as I can. And I did. I started to, but then I started getting more and more backlash, um and I started getting a lot more rejected, like instantly rejected, if without even like bringing this stuff up anymore. If I try to talk about, well, not really, but because I could talk about regular normal normie stuff, and the normies will be like, they'll just go along with it. But if, as soon as I bring up something, conspiracy or truth or what, or they just start like changing the topic. Oh, we got to talk about this, or you can't talk about that. It's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm saying shit that's real. Like, all those politicians are fake and they're lying, and all those globes that you see, yeah, they're all fake. Like, but we just get called crazy. So it's like, we just gotta find our own pathway. But let me show this real quick. Hold on, before I even talk anymore. This is Tartarian City, Shalaga. I guess it was called Shalaga before it was called Chicago. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't really understand this part. That's why I'm gonna play part of it. I'm gonna skip some of it.
Did the cartographers at the time have no idea what they were doing? Did people simply go out and explore and they were lost and they never came back? All of our ancestors were just fools? How did they survive, and how did they manage to build this incredible city in a nation that they had built out of a wilderness? So the official narrative tells us. There's so much more to this story when we look at the old bird's eye views of Chicago or Shilaga. We see a strange contradiction to what we're told. It always appears that by the mid 19th century or the 1860s, the city was already built out. Large buildings and bridges and incredible industrial capacity. Of course, we'll be told that the city had to expand for the Civil War, that there were other reasons for it. And yet these achievements are extraordinary and they defy simple explanation. We look and we see so many well-built buildings that are large and varied and spread across terrain. How was this achieved? We understand that the infrastructure was limited. There were minimal roads. The Transcontinental Railroad was not completed. Yet somehow they managed to quickly build many roads and lay out the great city of Chicago. In this other bird's eye view from 1868, 3 years before the Great Fire, we see a very well-developed city with many large buildings and bridges and industrial capacity, somehow built from nothing, just over 50 short years, when it started out as just a small fort with just a wall around it, to this, and it didn't even take them 75 years. This is what we're told Chicago looked like when it was Fort Dearborn. It was burned down by a Native American raid during the War of 1812 and then quickly rebuilt. And then just think, just over 50 years later, built out to that incredible bird's eye view of a city we just saw. But this was its modest beginnings.
Yeah, see, it was only 50 years. Before that, they just had like, like the pictures, like they're showing there, just a couple forts, a couple houses, whatever, structures, and that was it.
It just doesn't make a lot of sense. What's really the story behind Shilaga? Was this incredible city really built just over 50 short years? Burned down in 1871 and then quickly rebuilt again? This is just one of the remarkable buildings that we have that existed before the Great Fire. We see an architecture that shows a unique building technique, something that we don't even see in our modern architecture. And we're given simple explanations that we prefer a brutalist architecture now. We don't like artistic domes or towers or spires or cupolas with clocks on them. That's from the times of the past. In our modern times, we prefer buildings that don't have these appearances to them. We don't like domes. We don't like cupolas. We don't like amazing window dressings. We don't like building with granite and solid materials. And most importantly, we don't like building stairs that go up to the second floor for some inexplicable reason. Yet that's what we see in all these buildings from this time frame, from the mid-1800s. And yet in this other photo, which supposedly predates the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, we see many of the same things. An existing bridge, smokestacks, other large buildings, aspects that defy simple explanation. How is this achieved with just horse and buggy culture? Yet it's the same explanation that they had labor, that they pulled it off the street. They had many immigrants to the United States. One thing they'll never try to tell us, though, is that the Native Americans are responsible for any of these buildings. That's something we'll never hear. The only thing we're told that they built were great mounds that just kind of resemble pyramids. And yet when we look at things such as the Chicago Water Tower, we wonder who exactly built this and how did they do it? The water tower is an extraordinary structure. Very tall and built out with ornate detail, yet supposedly done with bricks and done during a time when there was limited capacity with heavy machinery. Oh yes, we have the explanation with the labor explanation. But even looking at the houses, we see multiple chimneys, we see domes on just simple houses. Again,
All right, so yeah, the thing is, I think I don't know, I can't say because I didn't live back then, but I think at some point, at one point, especially like early on, I think they were taught, differently, better, whatever. I don't, like I said, I don't know what exactly they taught, I have no idea. But yeah, the education that we get today is horrible. I was thinking about the math the other day, like the math that they taught us in school, like 1A plus 2B is like 3C or some, all that bull crap. It's like, what the hell does this have to do with anything? Like, yeah, okay, numbers are great, numbers exist and you can add and subtract and multiply, divide, all these things, fine. But it's just what they taught us and, what they teach and how it relates and compares to actual reality and things like that. It just doesn't make sense at all. And then especially with they teach us algebra, geometry. Okay, how do you measure an angle? How do you measure an angle? Oh, well, you need 3 sides. Okay, well, those 3 sides are straight. Okay, now let's measure the curve on the earth. Oh no, we can't do that because it's like, bro, like, and then going to school, when I was in school and learning about all this stuff, it's like, how did I not pick up on it back then? Like I always knew something was wrong. Like even before school, when I was little, I'm like looking up at the sun, looking up at the sky, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, well, they tell us, it's a ball, I'm like, we all think like, okay, it has to be a ball because that's what we've been shown our whole life since they started the damn thing in 500 or 1500, at least 1500. But even before then, Christopher Columbus and all that, things like that. And then so I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what they used to teach, but I know it's different from today, and it has to be, unless it was like even more lies back then. I don't see how the education back then was worse. But like I said, I don't know. I could be just guessing. I'm just guessing. But you hear what he said though. He said horse and buggy. How did they? Well, my thing too. Also with the buildings, my thing is, all right. Here's one possibility: is that what if all these buildings, like all these old structures, like, but I'm gonna debunk it too at the same time. So what if all these houses, buildings, structures, whatever technology was already here for us from like God or the creator, and then he just put us here, and then we started, exploring these buildings and living in them and whatever, and then, just like, what the Bible says and everything, like, something, or, we got corrupted, and then just like how things are going today, like people in cities, things are getting more corrupted and corrupted. But then again, I don't know. This is just my theory. So, but then what if something happened and then somehow everything, just like how they say with the pyramids, like it looks like they just vanished, like people just vanished and then left and then whatever, and then it just stood there, and then later on another civilization came and explored it, whatever, found it. I don't know. But let me just finish playing this real quick. Back in so the schools when they stopped teaching.
And this picture was from before 1871. Barely 50 years after this.
Oh yeah, you said that there was they built the city up mid 1800s, then it burned down again, or it burned down, destroyed. They say, whatever. I don't know how much of it was destroyed, and then they built it back up in like another 20 years or so, 10, 20 years, the whole city. This is what they say. I don't know, like, but and there's also fires. I mean, fires happen all the time, I mean, I know in my neighborhood there's fires. There has been fires a lot. I see them, buildings that are burnt, whatever. But I don't know. And they tell us like the whole city burned down. So I don't know how that happened, and it happened like in different places, like San Francisco, Chicago. I mean, a lot of places they said that happened. So I don't know.
City's humble beginnings as a fort, because we're told that this did not exist as a city or even really a settlement until after 1800. And yet we see all these incredible achievements, these castles, these turrets, these smokestacks, all this ornate detail with these large blocks. Then the 1871 fire in Chicago occurred. Strangely enough, there was a large fire that occurred on the same line of latitude to the north in Wisconsin called the Peshtigo Fire. Yet we're told it's a separate event, even though it occurred on the exact same day as the Great Chicago Fire. We see the destruction and we wonder about this kind of architecture: columns, pillars, large blocks. Wouldn't it make more sense if a fire had destroyed wooden buildings? And yet we see the strange diagonal cuts, and yet ornate detail in architecture and the structural foundation of the building that doesn't make a lot of sense, especially with the tremendous rubble. What really happened? Even now, we're given conflicting accounts as to how this fire started. We're told that it was a cow. We're told, well, perhaps there was some aspect of the Peshtigo fire up in Wisconsin that came down and affected Chicago and Illinois. But how is it really possible? Yet again, we see the contradictions with the narrative. Amazing buildings with brick and large blocks reduced to rubble, In the background, we see other large buildings. What exactly were these large buildings made of? And yet you see a smokestack in the background as well. It just paints a conflicting picture. And it's one of the reasons why what you look at with your eyes doesn't match the narrative. And here's another fine example. What's with these electric looking trolley cars that are being pulled around by horses? What came first? Were these cars simply left in the city to be found, and the only means they had to move them around was by horses? And if that wasn't the case, why would you build large, heavy cars like this? Why wouldn't you just build something smaller or lighter with just some sort of canopy over it? It'd be lighter for the horses, and you would save a lot of labor on the animals and get more out of the animals. And looking at other pictures of the destruction of Chicago from the 1871 fire, we see more evidence of the rubble.
Yeah, so that was another point that that I actually said a couple weeks ago. I was like, I said the same thing. Like, why are these horses pulling these big trolleys? I thought they were just pulling like little, cars in the back, like little what is it? Like carriages. I thought they were just doing like carriages, like stuff like that. So he said that were they left here from before the fire? And they were probably running electric too before that. So, I mean, these are just questions that, that we have that I'm trying to just bring up. What's up, Brian? Good to see you here, bro. So I got to finish showing these pictures real quick. I mean, there's actually a lot, but I'm trying to run through them because my battery is dying. I got to charge this. Oh, here we go. Oh, you're going to like this one, actually. I found this one recently in my so this is Mission Control. I forgot what year this is, probably like 70s or 80s. You got the Lion NASA shields. Look at, and you see the map, right? I mean, they showed this before, like they showed us today, like the updated one, but you see how they has I don't know if that's the ISS supposedly or the sun and the moon, but that wave, that proves the flat earth too. And I've done this before, like a while ago. I don't think I showed it on stream, but you can go to time and date and you can see the same map, the same type of map. And it shows the sun and moon, and supposedly, technically, the ISS, they show the path, but on a flat map, like on the AE map, actually, where it shows the continents and the countries around, like in a circle, this line, this wave actually would be like a perfect circle on that map. They say on a globe, this right here is not perfect. Like it's not perfectly around. It like makes some weird shape. I forgot what shape it makes on the globe, but I'd have to look it up. But I've done this a few years ago and I've tested it out. But you see these guys, they just pretending like they're doing stuff, pushing buttons. But look at all this fake data on the screen. He's writing stuff down. God knows what. Let me see. So this is what people been paying for. Ground control to Major Tom. Data good. Says data, it's data good. I mean, they just put all these numbers out like that in these words, and then they make it seem like, okay, yeah, this is like official, and this is you really have to be smart to know this stuff. Like, dude, you could be anybody and you can find out that they're freaking lying to us. So yeah, that was that. I just found this, like I said, and put it in my my folder, my stash. Actually, I have another one. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Like, I think it's coming up soon. Hold on. Yep, this is it right here. All right. So check this out too. So this is I think this is I believe this is in Virginia. I'm not sure. But this is one of their bases, right? You see it says NASA right there. One of their centers or whatever you call it, I guess. See how they have the like a dome above it, right above it. Almost like a half dome, but it's slightly tilted and not finished complete. So I have to figure out. I have to go back and see what state this was, but I believe this is in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. So one day I'll try to take a visit here and talk to them in person, see what they say. Like, this whole thing, this whole building and your whole company is lying, right? You know that, right? Man, it's just crazy. All right. All right, here's another good one. This is back at the this Puck magazine. I don't know, I find these really interesting because of how they showed, like, just how they did it back then and how freaking open and obvious they were about what they're doing. This is Puck, once again, like I said, Puck Building, New York, April 1905, 1906. You got this big pirate, I guess, white supremacy. No, not white supremacy. Anyway, like pirate type. Look, on his hat it says protected monopoly. So he's protecting the monopoly that they started here. Hemp, sugar, tobacco. They took that was like that was like the first thing that they started controlling, besides like the people and stuff, obviously. As far as like resources, they started to take, sugar, tobacco, hemp, maybe oil, and whatever else. I don't know. Philippine commerce. I don't know why he's what's the word? Damn, I can't even think of the word. Not subject, but why is he I don't know. Why is he like condemning these people? Like, why is he doing that? Upholding the honor of the American flag. So in honor of the American, quote unquote, American flag, air quote, they would do anything. They would kill and, destroy anybody and other things just to get what they want, basically. And it's like, I wouldn't do that. I accept what God gives and what he has in store, and wait for the right time rather than just taking. I need this, I need that. Like, no, I just need to survive so I could live to the next day, and that's pretty much it. From there, I'm pretty much good. But yeah, Monopoly. And they got a game, obviously the Monopoly game, Monopoly Man with the monocle. I remember he had a monocle. Now he apparently no longer has a monocle. And that's a huge Mandela effect for me. That's like in the 10. uh top 10 that I have, because there's a few other ones that are really big and stand out to me even more, but that one is big because I used to play Monopoly every day in the summertime, and I even besides the board game, I even had the disc, like the CD for PlayStation, the Monopoly for PlayStation, and we used to play that all day at home. Then I would go out to, my family, my other family, and we would play the board game every day. It's like, you can't tell me you didn't have a monocle. And then the most obvious residue with that is the scene from the movie with Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, I think. He clearly says it. He said, well, he had a monocle on. He said, "Oh, what do you think? You're the Monopoly man now?" And it's like, dude, like, why would you even say that? if he, if he never had a monocle, this dude standing right in front of you in the movie, he has a monocle on, looks like the Monopoly guy, and you bring it up, but yet that's never been the case. It's like, come on. And then they try to confuse us with the peanut, Mr. Peanut, what is it? The peanut character or whatever. Planters Peanuts, that's the name of it. Planters Peanuts. They try to confuse us and say that, oh no, you're just mistaking it for that. Like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? And I don't remember. Yeah, I guess he did have a monocle or whatever, but again, what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with the Monopoly man? Nothing. So that was a big one for me. Like, I resonate with the Monopoly one a lot. There's even another residue that I showed before in my one of my first streams. There's a picture on the internet, like on Google, I think. You just type in Monopoly, monocle, Monopoly, or whatever, and there's a picture with a little boy with a monocle and a hat and whatever jacket, holding up the Monopoly board, and it's like, why would you even do that? Any of that, if that never existed? It's like, come on, like, be honest with yourselves, All right, I'm moving on to the next. Now, let me see. I'm trying to think. Maybe, I'm trying to think if I should show this one or not. Let me see what the next one is. Yeah, let me just show. Why not? All right, here we go. What's up, Alien Believers? Yeah, this one, I don't know. I found this one interesting because of just the location, I guess, and the date. I forget what year this was. I think it was like either had to have been late 1800s, if not early 1900s, 1905, maybe 1910, the latest. But you got these, kids there in the street, some people, adult. I think these are Jews, or I guess they are Jews, even though he looks Arab. But this is in Nazareth, so I believe that's in Israel, Jerusalem, whatever. Yeah, there's a whole another that's a whole nother topic that I'm not even gonna get into right now. But so yeah, that's why I said let me just show this. And if you look at the structures in the back, yeah, it looks torn, beat up. It still looks like that today, probably, or some parts are better, some parts are worse, probably. But look at the brick streets, stone streets. I mean, and this was like back then. But even like, according to history, what they say, like, 2000 BC, 1000 BC, whatever, they had all this stuff too. They had the same setup, the same get down. So that also can be proof of the reset or something happened, whatever. But I don't have any actual proof, but that's just my my idea of how and why that could have possibly happened. This one is next one. This is pretty cool. I'll show this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon. But I'm gonna try and show a few more pictures still. This is 1863, Portland. 1863. I'm trying to think. When did that whole transition from the east to the west happen? That was only in like the 1800s, right? So this is only 60 years later, and they built this out almost perfectly, the streets and the buildings. But just as you can see, look, just a horse and a little carriage there. That's it. That's all they had. And yet they built these perfect angles and clock tower right there. Streets, sidewalks, awnings. Of course, the brick and stone buildings, limestone, granite, whatever. Also, I mean, some of these could be like just facing, like the buildings, like in New York or wherever. They have like these big fancy, like outside, like designs, but a lot of times it's just like the facing. Sometimes it's the whole building, but you can pretty much tell because they're standing alone, first of all, like by itself, and you can see all around it. If you see all around and it's like all stone and like all the same type of material and structure, then it's not just a face. Well, it could just be a facing too, but usually that's like the actual outside of the building. But then on this right here, even in New York, they have buildings like this where the outside looks, it might have stone or even brick, whatever, and these arches, whatever designs. But it's just a facing. I don't know. That's just what I picked up. But yeah, this is 1863 Portland. Pretty well built. Just a horse and buggy. I don't know. I just find it kind of odd. This is all the way in the West Coast. This is like the farthest of the West you can go. Even close to Canada. So anyway, next one. Yeah, I was just thinking about that too. And the way you can tell is with the obviously, the dollar bill for one, they control us with that. And then the buildings, like what is it? The Capitol, the White House, all these buildings, state government buildings, is like all there. So it's not really it's for us, but it's also to to keep us in that game, that mindset, oh, you have to do this, oh, you have to do that. Like, no, we don't. We just have to live. We just have to survive and eat every day and have shelter and be able to provide for the next generation correctly. Yeah, it's wild what they turn this into, but still at the end of the day, they're gonna have to answer to somebody, someone. But at the same time, if they do continue on like this, and if they like trap more souls, if that's possible, I guess, then I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it could be like it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. So that's why I'm trying to avoid all that shit as much as I can. Unfortunately, I got into a accident, like I said already, like I've been saying, and that pretty much slowed me down to even to do a lot of things. So, but I felt like that was even done kind of maliciously, but I don't know. I can't really say for sure, but this next one I'm about to show, this one is really good. Watch. Pull it up. And this, all right, check this out. I believe this is it says 1838. But look at this. I mean, this is old, right? Obviously, you see, I mean, they drew it pretty well, but this is old. It's a drawing. It's not a picture, right? John Kepler or J. Kepler. I believe, I'm not sure if this is the same Kepler that with the telescope dude from NASA or whatever. I think it is. I have to look it up again. But Kepler is the one who created this, right? Who drew this. The Universal Church of the Future, from the present religious outlook. So this is basically them showing how they was planning this all from the beginning, and they knew that it was gonna, do what they're doing today to us with everything, the science, the news, the math, the school, even religion. Like it says right here, from the present religious outlook. Well, so religion, or not religion, but like the Bible, just the Bible. Yeah, it's definitely been tampered with. Yeah, they definitely probably, wrote it or whatever. But I feel like the roots and like the actual like when they say chew the meat, spit out the bones, like I feel like you have to do that with the Bible because, like I said, it was tampered with. It was probably written by them and controlled. But at the same time, there is a higher power, like God, not like they say it is, but because God is just dog backwards. That's another thing I realized. But then look at what they have here. Knowledge is power, right? Whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. That's another, that's like a Bible verse, and I think that was changed. Do unto you as you would do unto others, something like that. That's a Mandela effect. Okay, it says know thyself. Okay, whatever. See, but they took all that stuff. They basically twisted it. They just twisted it. They took the original creator, God, whatever you want to call it, the actual real creator, took his, the creation, the whole creation. They took that, twisted it, and then now they're trying to feed it back to us in all these books and buildings, museums, whatever you name it, school, news, media. And then from there, now they have us all believing that shit. And meanwhile, the truth is like, it's like the man behind the curtain type of thing. Astronomy, chemistry, okay, geography. This looks like it says Masons, but probably not. I don't know. I think that's an owl too, by the way. Got obviously the globe, the biggest fraud here. Biggest fraud. Books of religious preference or reference, sorry. You got the Quran, Talmud. Don't know what that is. The Bible. So obviously, this is just basically like the biggest in your face type of deal right here. I mean, can't get no better than this, honestly. So, yeah, you're welcome. This, I think this is, yeah, I think that's, oh, that's Copernicus. Copernicus. Looks like Darwin. Yep, it's Darwin. So, I mean, look, and then they got the telescope right here, right? Looking at the stars. So, I mean, that thing, and that's huge. Like, I don't know if that's real or not, but if they had this back then, they were looking at the stars and they can probably tell, like, okay, this can't be like a globe or whatever, And then this thing right here, I think this is like I think that's a sextant. If that's not a sextant, it's an astrolabe. One of the two, I'm not sure. Probably a sextant. And with a sextant, that's how you can measure the distance with the stars on the ground, and it has to be a flat surface. It has to be. So a sextant cannot work on a globe, but meanwhile they tell us we're on a globe. So yeah, so that's pretty much that. Another telescope here, or microscope maybe. So they're probably looking up like germs and cells and DNA early on, trying to figure that part out so that they can lie to us more, give us more lies and shit. So yeah, so that's pretty much that. That right there, that was like one of the best pictures right there. It's like a highlight. Yeah. Yeah, it's true because this, it happens to me. Like I'm still like, I'm trying to, get rid of this programming still too. It's bad because for like more than 20 years of my life, the first 20, 25 years of my life, and I'm only 30, I was like, believing this whole thing, like all these lies and shit, not even knowing, the truth was right there, but yet I had to, we have to find it. Like, and some people don't awaken, that's the messed up part, is that they don't awaken, or they don't want to awaken, whatever. But still, it is all up to us. At the end of the day, it is up to us to make that decision, make that choice. Right. I do believe that. It's like, all right, even with all this shit, the lies and all that bullshit, right? And even like whatever, even around us, obviously it's around us in real life, like especially when we had to go outside and see all these damn face coverings and all these lockdowns and shit like that, staying 6 feet, bull crap. It's like, you still have to like, say, all right, just say, ignore that shit and just continue doing what you're doing, because otherwise they're just gonna keep walking all over us. Bible says it's better we losing them. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Like I said before, like I was like, when I first started waking up, I was like, oh yeah, this is great. Like I'm gonna start telling people about this. They're gonna start waking up. They're gonna start seeing the truth, things like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just a different way of doing it, which I'm gonna test out again soon. I'm gonna see if like maybe there's just another way of trying to wake these people up, or if it's just like, all right, I just have to break off the branch and just start growing my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's actually what I did start with this channel with the organic oasis. If you notice, if you look, that's what I wanted to do from the beginning. Like I already had that thought that, all right, whatever it is, I'm just gonna have to break off the branch still and just, start my own, grow my own, and do it, organically, obviously, and naturally, the best way is possible. Because I noticed, like, literally with my health and eating, like if I eat natural organic stuff compared to like artificial box man-made creations that's poisonous, like there's a huge difference. Like your stomach knows, like your stomach knows. You might not know, but your stomach knows, and it will affect you pretty bad. And that's why I've been eating healthy, ever since, like for the past couple of years, like as healthy as possible. It's hard to eat completely 100% clean um in my situation because I'm not, I don't the shit that I'm going through and everything, I don't have much money, so I can't. But with the little that I do have, I buy like the most healthiest things that you can find because without that, you're gonna feel bad, you're gonna look bad, and probably gonna act bad, shit like that. And I just been trying my best, so I'm trying to help other people do the same, like encourage other people to do the same. Like it's not hard. You just have to like look for certain things, watch out for certain things. But like I said, some people they have to find out on their own. Like some things, like you can tell them like, and they'll go home and they'll, all right, let me research this, let me look into this, and then try and make sense of it or things like that. Um, Maybe I can show this one real quick. They have eaten from the fruit of the tree that gives knowledge. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing too, because like I feel guilty of that too, because the whole thing with my back situation, things like that. But I mean, at the same time, like if I mean, everybody's different, and my situation is different from someone else, and everyone, whatever. But we're all human. We all go through this. But I just, without being able to walk and then not get any help, and it's not like I can be in a wheelchair. I can't just be in a wheelchair because I can't even sit down because I'm in pain sitting down. My back starts um, getting tighter when I sit down. So it's hard for me to even sit down. So it's like, I got to get this fixed. I got to heal myself, heal my body, and then I can move on with life. But like I said, everybody's different. And, I don't like, I'm still going to have some pain, and I don't care if I have a little bit of pain. Okay, that's fine. I can, say, all right, let me just forget about that and just keep moving on. That's what I've done in the past. But ever since I hurt my back, it's been a whole different situation. But I'm not gonna get into that too much though right now. But yeah, but it's true because like a lot of people they complain about shit that don't matter, like literally that don't matter. Like, oh, I don't know, like they, I don't know. I can't think of an example, but it's like, oh, they have more than me, or they have this, they have that. It's like, oh, I want that, or I should have that, things like that. It's like I don't really care about none of that. I care about health more than any like anything that's material or attention, things like that. Um, all right, let me just show this next one real quick. I gotta try to hurry up because my battery is dying on me. So this is well, first of all, this is 1562. So this is the 1500s. This is like the beginning, supposedly, or in my idea, my theory, the beginning of like the big lie, like the the lie of like God, um because well, even before that, like you said, like in the Garden of Eden, Tree of Knowledge. But who this could have been around the same time, you know. But that's I don't know. That's just here, neither here or there. But supposedly this is in the 1500s, 1562, 1642. But look what it says. It says Galilei. I don't know, Lencia or something like that. I thought it said Da Vinci, but it just says DVCADI. Not sure what that means. I'd have to go back and check this one. But either way, I thought this is pretty interesting how you just got these guys like talking, conversating, most likely planning, you know, this agenda. And then oh, look on the floor, there's like a head. I didn't even see that. Looks like a head. Kind of looks like a eye and a mouth right there. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just seeing it. I'm just seeing things. But it's probably like kind of looks like devil horns too. I don't know. But either way, they're planning the, you know, the Bible. Like this, they're setting it up right here, basically saying like, all right, we're gonna say this, do that, and this is how we're gonna keep things under control. That's basically what they did, in my theory. Let me just go back. Yeah, this is all right. It doesn't really say much in there. Emerge to the whole floors. Okay. All right, I'll go back to that then. Let me just go here. Stop that. I'm just gonna move on to the next one real quick. Yeah, that's a big thing. Like when I picked up the Bible, and started really reading it, back in 2016, 17, when I found out about the flat Earth, I saw that, and it says it in the Bible somewhere, but I saw that it's like this is how I heard it and how it was explained to me. It's like people are building temples, right? Like you'll see it in the Bible, you'll see it today, you know, back 100 years ago, whenever we build temples, right? Because they want to worship and they want to, you know, call it holy, right? Okay, fine. But in the Bible, what it actually says is that it actually says the temple of God is in your, like in your brain, like in your head, like in your mind. Like that's what it says. I'll try to find the verse soon, and then I'll come back with it next time. But it says, you know, and then it also says you don't go to like these places of worship, or like, you know, like don't, I forget exactly what it is, but it's like these places of worship, these temples, that they're not actually worshiping God. They're just like, you know, it's false. Like just like with the false idols, it's the same thing. And it actually says like the temple. And then why do you think they call it the temple on your side, on the side of your forehead? It's actually called the temple on each side, because that's literally the temple of God. Like, so that God is like literally in all of us, basically. Like I do believe that. Let me just go to the next one real quick. Skip that. It's nothing. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot to decipher. There's a lot to learn, relearn, actually, because they taught us stuff, but it was all kind of like mixed up and lies, things like that. 69. Maybe I'll show this one real quick. Yeah, see, I knew it. The body is the temple. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's what they're doing. They're just ignoring that. Um, it's easy to do that, but I mean, once you actually read the word, like, and I mean, you have to like, you have to see it for yourself. Like you'll understand it once you read it, and you just learn about it. Like it'll like come to you. Like you'll just know it. Like you don't even have to like ask anymore. Like you don't have to like try and find out. It's like you just know it. Um, it's like yeah, like that's what this whole thing is about. This whole life. Um, this one was just pretty interesting. This was 1869 Philadelphia Academy of Natural Sciences, and LA Pierre House, whatever. But I think this was like it says academy, but so I don't know if it was a school or if it was like a museum type of thing. But I just like the architect on this. Also noticed the pole here. This pole, it looks like a telephone pole, but those didn't have those in what 1869 yet. Yeah, 1869. And you got this building right here, right next to it. Look how but it kind of looks like, I don't know if that's like, if it goes down more, it looks like it goes down more, the windows. But how do you get down there, first of all? But I don't know if is that the basement? Like, I don't know. It just looks kind of weird. Because you got the stairs here going up. Kind of like what in the video that I showed, kind of said the same thing, it's like what's underneath the first floor. Something like that. I don't know. But and these windows look odd too on this building on the left. They look open and it looks like it's just hollow. And even at the top, got the American flag, eagle. That's pretty much it. No people. It must have been a quiet day or something. I don't know. And all right, this is what I was talking about before. This building right here on the left, you can tell the whole structure was built with this type of stone, right? This is the frame of the building, like the actual frame, and it's holding the building up. This one is all brick, and then you see the front, just the front. It's like a facing on it. Just has like it's columns, it's whatever, windows, designs, right? Even at the top, the molding, crown molding. I know that because I used to do cabinets years back. This is called the molding at the top, and then the rest of the building, the whole building is just brick. This is not brick. This is stone. So that was just something that I picked up. I learned while researching these buildings and stuff like that. See the I don't know if that's brick or stone on the street, but either way, that's huge. Like this is a huge project, and just crazy. Very interesting. But I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to end this out. I wanted to finish these pictures. Still have a lot. Still have a lot that I have a lot good ones, and haven't gotten, I haven't like, the rest of the pictures that I have right now, there's like maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, maybe 35 more pictures. So that's all I have left. Oh, what's up, FE Nation? I didn't even see you. My chat is it's not working right now. Like it's moving slow. I don't know why. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish it there. All right. Yeah, because there's no way my battery's on red. It's 8% left, and yeah, I just gotta save that for the next stream because that's gonna be that's a lot of pictures, and I want to really like get into it and talk about it. And I'm already almost at 2 hours, an hour and a half. But yeah, it's crazy. Like I'm gonna really start showing people, like, you know, hopefully if I can get this organic oasis up and running more soon, that'll help start what could be an empire, or, you know, a business, whatever, something that'll stand out and that'll show people, you know, the right thing. Because you know, it's either good or bad. You know, you gotta pick, choose. To be in between, it's like it's hard. You know, some people do. You know, some people do or are because just, you know, I think it's because of the programming and the propaganda. To be honest, if you ask me, but you know, that's just me. Everybody's different. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else. I mean, I have a ton of things, but like to end this out, I don't really have much else. Just that. Yeah, the Illuminati, you know, the Masons, it's like they planted their seed everywhere already, and it has it's affected everybody. Like it grew on everybody already. Like there's only a few, even the people that are woke and that I see, you know, we're all still under this type of control, umbrella, whatever. And yeah, hopefully we can all, you know, turn out better, you know, find a better way, you know. Hopefully. I'm trying myself. It's hard. Yeah, I gotta make some calls. I gotta call some family right now and see what's up, check up on some family, you know. And because yeah, at the end of the day, it is about, you know, love. Like I say like peace and love a lot. So yeah, try to be more positive by serving truth and creation and helping free souls. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was just saying right now. So glorious Masonic buildings and what was that? Yo, that's what bugs me out too. That's like proof. That's more proof right there. Like in your face, like type of in plain sight type of thing. It's like I picked up on that years ago before I even started, you know, waking up to all these like other things, truths and things that you know, that's been hidden from us. And because that's another thing too. I feel like everyone right now, they can see it. Like you know, like if I could talk to everybody right now and say, look, this is what's going on. This is what they're doing. This is what we should be doing this, you know, all this stuff that I just said in the stream, and that like I'm not even gonna say myself, but other content creators too, because like other people in the community, because they've helped me out too, you know. So I'm not like saying like I came up with this myself. Like, nah, I've been learning all this stuff from you guys, and you know, chat and the community, stuff like that. So I feel like if everyone can just like pick up on that, things can turn out really good, you know, better. But I think, you know, slowly, little by little, I think things will start changing, even if it's just for ourselves better, you know, whatever. That's fine. Because I just don't like all the propaganda, you know, all the lies, the fighting, and all that shit. That's why I say like peace and love, and that's why he said helping others to free them and to touch them, and then we're all doing better, you know, things like that. Because I've had people try to help me, you know, do that in the past, like before I was waking up, like even like just from like family, things like that, like telling me, oh, you know. But then I also have family, like the same people telling me, oh, you know, just go to school and learn this and just do that and just become a slave. Like, what? You know, so I don't know. That's why I'm still figuring things out. I'm still trying to, you know, figure it out, do better and learn and whatever. And free myself from this. But yeah, then I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys, you know. Much love. Julio, FE Nation, Jess, we have Brian, Alien Believer, who else? DN was in here, Boston Ray, and anybody else that's watching, and later on, whatever, you know. I hope it's all, you know, hope everything is well, and much love and peace, you know, and keeping it flat. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, keeping it flat and level. That's what I'm doing, keeping it flat and level, because it definitely is not no round globe sphere spinning in space. Actually, hold up, before I leave, I totally forgot about this. We gotta do this one time.
That stuff is whack. 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 That stuff is whack.
So there you go. From the Hollywood puppet Shill himself. He said it. That stuff is flat. Yo, that's crazy, because even the scientists, you know, supposedly higher up, they tell us, but I'm not even gonna get into that. That's a whole nother stream. This is the Flat Level Show, but you know, I'm just gonna end. You know, I have to end this out. And yeah, definitely stick together. That's, you know, I've definitely been, you know, I've been around. I just been, you know, like I said, I've been sitting back, just, you know, observing right now. Haven't been streaming, but I'm just streaming whenever I can, you know. That's why it's just been like, you know, on and off. You know, I've been taking breaks, you know. But yeah, definitely I'll try to be back as soon as possible. And yeah, like I said, just keep a lookout, you know, for my channel. Just whatever, share it out if you can. And that way, you know, other people can hopefully catch, you know, can hang out over here, because that's what I'm gonna be doing from now on. Just hanging out more, showing stuff, whatever, pictures, whatever, and just trying to have, you know, as much fun and at the same time spreading truth and learning, you know. That's what I said from the beginning. So I'll try to keep doing that. But right now, I'm just focusing on my health and my back. Like I said, once I get that straightened out, um, then I can move on from there and start doing more and whatever, you know, whatever comes with that. And like I said, like I'm doing these for free. I'm not charging. You know, if you want to help out, donate, whatever, that'll be greatly appreciated. But right now, I think I should be getting help soon anyway. So, but it's gonna take like another few weeks, a few months. But I should be getting some help, so I don't have to worry about, you know, technically like being homeless and struggling and starving, things like that. So, but I'll keep y'all updated, and yeah, because I don't want to make this about like, you know, that stuff, money, donations, things like that. Like, it's not about that. I needed the help, you know, before. I needed the help this whole year. But if you were paying attention, or if you heard me before, I had a court date last week, and I think it went pretty good. So I should be finding out more in the next few weeks. That's why I said like I might be getting more help. So I'm not gonna get into that because it's, you know, a little personal, whatever. Maybe I'll speak about it later. So, but that was the main thing, because I don't have support. I can't work. You know, it's hard for me to work. So it's like, how am I supposed to live and survive on my own if I can't even work full time? So yeah. So anyway, that's about it. Once again, peace and much love. Keeping it flat and level. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, rest of your Sunday. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace and love. I don't have a song right now, so I'm just gonna end this out. And like I said, just look out for my notifications for when, you know, when I go live next. Also, real quick, last thing, the Patreon. If you want, that's another way to support. You know, that's a great way to support without, you know, breaking the bank, anything like that. I don't even care about the money on that either, especially right now. It's only $3 a month, so, you know. But I might even cancel. I think what I'm saying is, I think I might even cancel my Patreon. I don't know yet. I might, because I don't. I can upload videos there, but it's just the same videos that I do on YouTube. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't even know how it works. I don't know how to live stream on there either. I don't think you can. So in order to just save all that hassle and trouble, I might just cancel it. I only have one Patreon. I appreciate it, and I might just, you know, return that, you know, cancel it, and then, you know, I'll have to reimburse the Patreon that I had, the one Patreon. So I mean, it's whatever. It's only like I said, $3, and I've only had it for like a month or two. So, but I'll figure that out later. Right now, it's not a big deal. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And yeah, just trying to, you know, stay positive, stay healthy, stay well, and keep searching for the truth. That's pretty much it. All right, peace out, y'all.